And it says, pray to thy Father which is in secret. God is a spirit. He has to be contacted in spirit, and you have to pray to him in spirit, which is his power or intuition. That's the secret. Shut out the other things. Shut the door to worldly things. Then pray to God which seeth in secret, which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret. He doesn't see when you pray with outward consciousness at all. That's his dream. He's dreaming. He's taken up with other things. But when you pray in intuition, then it says, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. That is, God is a spirit and must be worshipped in spirit. And when you contact him in secret, when you contact his presence as the Holy Ghost within you, as the holy vibration with its light and its sound and the omniscience of God as his great love, when you contact him that way, then he seeth you, then he heareth you, he rewardeth you in outward consciousness. That is why you remember the Master's words. Those who follow, those who leave all else but never leave God, they will see his hand working silently and wonderfully through all things. Why? Because you have prayed to God successfully, you have contacted him in secret, and he rewards you openly. The most wonderful metaphysical truths in this chapter. Now going on just a bit. But when you pray, use not vain repetitions, as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. There we have referred to lengthy, repetitious prayers, but remember, these prayers are an outward consciousness. They are not the key at all to successful praying. Successful praying. When you have entered into the presence of God, you cannot utter a word, but you speak and pray to God through the heart. So remember, these are outward things. They have no value as far as real prayer is concerned. And finally, the last or 8th verse, be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of, even before you ask. Because God's omniscience is everything. We are that omniscience. Everything we need is his consciousness. He knows that. The only thing, as I have said, be in his omniscience, be in his all-pervading consciousness, then I have found in my small experience, he just needs to be reminded a little through the heart. Then he responds. I've told you many times the time I was out in a storm, that's when I needed successful praying. I remember the Master's words, when you're in the Om vibration at this point, in the secret place of the Most High, in your closet, nothing under heaven can touch you. So I looked there, saw the spiritual eye, big and bright, then felt in my heart that I certainly needed some help. That's all. I couldn't have uttered a word. I was beyond uttering words. But God responded. Why? Because I had conformed to the law of successful prayer. Now going on a little further, to me, the greatest way to pray is this, and it is the greatest way, is to be in the Om vibration, to be in the holy vibration, to be in that vibration, the sound of many waters, the trumpet sound, to be in the great spiritual light of God. That's the greatest prayer, because that's God's presence. If you're in that, you are praying to God. If I have a friend and he's outside and I try to pray to him here, he doesn't hear me. But if I bring him in or I go out into his presence, then he hears me. So remember, when you are in the Om vibration, you are in God's presence, in his omniscience, in his consciousness. As it says in St. John, which I repeat and will repeat, because it takes a long time to make the mind grasp these things, and our consciousness. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. And so the greatest prayer that you can offer is to hear the Om sound, hear the sound of many waters, hear the trumpet sound of the cosmic vibration, and then merge in it. Then you have omniscience. Then you are one with God's omniscience. He surely knows what we need. And then, having that, as I have said, whatever is in your heart, He will give you according to His will. And so remember, the greatest prayer that you can offer to God, the greatest way to pray successfully, is to be in His holy presence. Something concrete, not just an imagination, something concrete, the Holy Ghost. Now when you're in that, that's God in you. Then the idea of separation from Him will vanish. There'll be no separation. You'll realize it is His omniscience who is in you. Then